What is up, and welcome to the Collector's Order. Today we're looking at the 1/6 scale Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Storm Collectibles. Now these are based off their classic costumes or skins from Mortal Kombat 11. So let's get started. Now taking a quick look at the boxes, starting with Scorpion. On the front we've got a nice big blown up render of the figure itself. On the back we've got a full render of the figure with a picture of the accessories and some poses. On the side, it says MK10 Scorpion. On the other side, it's the same. Taking a look at the other box, Sub-Zero. On the front, we've got a blown up render of the figure. On the back is a full rendering of the figure with some accessories and poses. On the side, it says MK10 Sub-Zero. On the other side, it says the same thing. So this is a quick look at what we got right out of the box. Unfortunately for my Scorpion, his chain and kunai seems to have gotten loose from during the shipping. Seems to have been rattling around in there, but hopefully it didn't do too much damage. So we've got all the accessories laid out here now. Both of these figures come with 4 pairs of hands. Sub-Zero's hands have this blue tint on them, and Scorpion's has this black wash on them. Scorpion has his fire effect right here, his kunai and chain, an extra kunai, a wazakashi, his katana. Sub-Zero has his ice axe, his skull piece, 2 ice blast effects, and 4 of these ice daggers. Now, as you can tell, I didn't bother taking out these stands because honestly, they don't look very good and they take up a lot of room. And I wouldn't want to put any of these waist clamps on them either because I would be too scared of damaging the figures itself. So here we have both figures put together. And right off the bat, I should mention that they're almost exact carbon copies of each other. And that's actually a cool thing because it's like a subtle nod to the original Mortal Kombat game where they were the same exact game sprites but with different colors. The only difference is Scorpion's swords and both of their masks are a bit different. And speaking on the masks, I think they look awesome. It has that classic ski mask look. Scorpion has a bit of an angrier expression under his mask and he has that classic whited out eyes, which I absolutely love. Sub-Zero has pupils in his eyes, but he also has that trademark scar across his right eye. And if you're a Mortal Kombat fan, then you know that signifies that this is not the original Sub-Zero from the original Mortal Kombat game. This is actually his brother. Now both of these guys come with a ton of mixed media, and their entire outfit is made out of cloth, save for their armbands, their shin guards, and their gauntlets and gloves. The boots are also plastic too. Scorpion, his swords are also die-cast, although they're painted in this really dull silver, which is a strange choice. They both come with their trademark colors. Sub-Zero with his very bright, vibrant blue, and Scorpion with his yellow. But also, they kind of added a little bit of grime into Scorpion and Sub-Zero's costume to kind of bring out a little bit more detail. You get that really nice cross-hatched look from Mortal Kombat 2. It feels very durable, and it doesn't feel cheap. So now I want to go on to a little bit more of a controversial topic about these figures, and that's the exposed joints on the body. Now, a lot of people were kind of complaining that maybe they should have gone with a seamless body, and I'm neither for or against that. I think it looks fine, or I should say, it looks ugly. I will admit it looks ugly and a bit jarring to have a seamless kind of look on the body over here, and then to come to the arms and all of a sudden have this exposed joint right here. But it works, and it's not that big of a deal for me. Another hot topic was also about how difficult it is to change out the hands. And I'm not gonna do it in this video over here, but during the B-roll footage filming, I'm definitely going to change out the hands and put them in different poses. With any action figure, if you're having difficulty changing out any of the hands or moving any of the joints, then a bowl of hot water or a hairdryer definitely comes in handy. So here we go, this is Scorpion and Sub-Zero from Storm Collectibles, from their 1/6 scale line. And these are going to be my first 1/6 scale Mortal Kombat figures, and I couldn't be happier with them. I'm a little late in the 1/6 scale game, so I never got a chance to get into the WorldBox Scorpion and Sub-Zero. But I'm happy with this because that WorldBox Scorpion was actually, that's not my favorite look for Scorpion. I'd much rather have the classic look for these guys. So there's one interesting point that I really want to bring up, and that's because it's obvious that these guys are based off their classic look, but they were branded as MK11, which is their most recent game. Now, I'm not 100% sure on how licensing works, but I was under the impression that McFarlane Toys had the MK11 license. Now, maybe Storm Collectibles picked up the MK11 license for 1/6 scale, and for me that brings up the question of, are we going to get any more characters from MK11? Because for me, I would love to get a Shao Kahn from MK11. Or are we going to get any more costumes for Sub-Zero and Scorpion? Because I would love to get an updated MK11 look for Sub-Zero and Scorpion, because I think MK11 has some of the best character designs ever when it comes to Mortal Kombat. Now this is good news and bad news. This is good news because I think having more Mortal Kombat characters in 1/6 scale would be awesome. But it's bad news for our wallets, because one of the biggest drawbacks for these figures, and I think some people are aware of this, is just that they're so expensive for what they are. $250 for one figure is pretty steep. So these two guys here together, that's already $500,000. So even with all that being said, I'm supremely satisfied with having these guys. Scorpion and Sub-Zero are two of my favorite characters of all time, and having their classic look with this high quality, having them in my collection is really satisfying. MK11 is probably one of the best Mortal Kombat games I've ever seen. Nothing will ever kind of beat the classic Mortal Kombat game experience, but the story is so good. If you don't know what the MK11 story is, I really suggest going, and if you can't play the game, then you can actually watch a playthrough on YouTube. And the story is so good. Classic Scorpion actually does show up in the game. I don't want to give anyone too many spoilers. MK11 is a 10 out of 10 for me in terms of story. I still watch the playthrough every once in a while. Great story, amazing character design. Again, I really hope that we get more characters from MK11 in 1/6 scale. I would definitely have to pick up a Shao Kahn. Maybe some other ninjas, but Shao Kahn is definitely up there on my list. So if you enjoyed this video, stick around and subscribe, because I'm going to be reviewing more Sub-Zeros and Scorpion as long as they're being released. So thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.